Okay, so have you ever stood in line at a coffee shop
Oh, yeah.
and you get that amazing smell
Absolutely.
and you think to yourself, gosh, I wish I could make this at home.
Totally.
Today we're doing a deep dive on a podcast advertisement that is all about making amazing espresso at home.
Ooh, exciting.
It's for a product called the CASABREWS espresso machine,
Okay.
20 bar.
20 bar, okay?
And they're claiming that it can make professional grade espresso at home.
Right.
One of the things that they emphasize in this advertisement is this idea of 20 bar pressure.
Okay.
And they say that professional baristas use 20 bars of pressure.
Right.
What is it about the pressure that makes such a difference?
Well, 20 bars of pressure really is kind of the gold standard
Okay.
for professional espresso machines.
Okay.
And the reason it makes such a big difference is that it forces the water through the grounds
Right.
much more effectively and evenly. And so you're extracting more of the compounds
Okay.
from the coffee beans that give it that really rich and intense flavor.
So it's not just about strength.
It's not just about strength, no.
That's about flavor.
It's about like the complexity of the flavor.
Okay.
And all those little nuances and aromas that you get from a really good espresso.
So is that also how they get that beautiful creamy top
Yes,
to
exactly.
get on a good espresso?
Crema, yeah.
Yeah.
So the high pressure is also really important for creating that crema,
Okay.
which is that creamy caramel colored layer that you see on top of a good shot of espresso.
Okay.
And it's basically formed by the emulsification of the coffee oils under high pressure.
So they also talk about a built-in steam milk frother.
Yes.
Is there a difference between steamed milk and frothed milk?
Absolutely. So steamed milk is simply milk that's been heated up
Okay.
with steam.
Okay.
But frothed milk is where you actually inject air into the milk
Got it.
while it's being steamed.
Okay.
And that creates all those tiny little bubbles that
Right.
give lattes and cappuccinos their characteristic texture and that kind of sweetness.
Oh, so it's really all about the texture, not just the temperature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A good frother gives you more control over the amount of air
Got it.
that's being incorporated into the milk.
Okay.
And so you can get that really nice microfoam,
Okay.
which is super smooth and velvety.
This advertisement also talks about a pretty large water tank.
Yeah.
It says 49-ounce capacity.
That is a pretty good size.
Yeah, so you don't have to be refilling it all the time.
Right.
But I'm curious, from your perspective, with all the features that they're highlighting in this ad,
Sure.
does this machine really deliver on that promise of a professional grade?
Well, home espresso machines are definitely getting better
Yeah.
and more sophisticated all the time. But there is more to it
Okay.
than just the equipment. Professional baristas, they
Right.
undergo a lot of training.
Right.
They know how to calibrate the grind size,
Yeah.
the tamping pressure, the brewing time based on the specific beans that they're using.
So even with a really fancy machine like this, there's
Exactly.
still a learning curve.
There's definitely a learning curve.
Okay.
But that's part of the fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Experimenting.
Yeah.
Trying different things, honing your skills, and ultimately creating that perfect cup that's tailored to your own taste.
Speaking of taste,
Yeah.
if you could describe your ideal espresso
Okay.
in just one word.
In just one word.
Yeah.
I'd say intriguing.
Intriguing.
Yeah, I like an espresso that kind of surprises me
Okay.
with subtle notes and complexity.
Okay.
Maybe a hint of fruitiness.
Okay.
Or chocolate, depending on the beans.
Right, because the beans are a whole other thing that we haven't even
Right.
gotten into yet.
Right.
So this ad really focuses on the machine.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe the real adventure starts
I agree.
with exploring all the different types of coffee.
Absolutely.
Beans and roasts and everything.
There's a whole world out there
Yeah,
of coffee to explore.
exactly. And that's something for everyone listening to think about as they start their own at-home espresso journey.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
See you all.